What's up, guys? Today is day 243 on our journey to 2000, and we're going to play a 10-minute rapid game. Okay, we're versing a 1779 from America, and we'll see what happens here. Okay, so we're going into the Sicilian. Kind of a weird spot to stop and think, I feel like. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so that stops any ideas on b5. What can we do here? If there's some pressure here, we could push the pawn h3. Let's just do that. I don't think it's a bad move. That's a little weird and very passive. We're gonna bring the bishop here. Okay, that makes sense actually. Now our bishop can come here, targeting the center pawn. He could attack, takes. He can't take. I think we'll do this in castle. Now the knight can come here if we do that. We bring the bishop back. Is the knight going anywhere annoying? Not really actually, so I think we're fine. Let's bring the bishop here. Okay, we'll bring the bishop back. Okay, we can go a3. Makes sense. Now there's pressure here. We could take, push, take. None of this makes sense. This is pressure that we need to cover. So I think f3, but it looks annoying because something like this takes. He has this, winning our bishop, potentially. So that doesn't look too great. Of course, we could ignore when the pawn takes and we can do something else maybe. Another option is just to bring the queen here, protecting the pawn, which actually looks okay. That doesn't look terrible. Also, I think maybe now that I should have brought the bishop to a2, maybe to attack here. But maybe not. We'll see. I think queen e2 makes the most sense here. And let's do that. We could bring the bishop back. He can attack. We can bring the bishop here. I don't mind the bishop living here. That looks fine. So let's just do that, maybe. But then do we have the same problem of push, takes? No, there is no check because we didn't move the f-pawn. So let's just do that. Okay. I don't know where his king is going to get safety, but we could exploit that later maybe. Okay. So this looks interesting. A lot of things are kind of messed up in his position. If we push this pawn, pushing pawns are always something to really think about. He could take, we could take, he could take, we could take, and now we're losing. We could castle and maybe bring the rook to e1, but there is some threats here. I would love to bring the queen here, but the knight attacks. Maybe here targeting it, but it doesn't seem that great either. Also, this would fall. So maybe castling here. The only problem I see with that is these rooks coming here. So I want to castle. Let's just actually calculate. If he pushes the pawn, we could take, but then he has this file that's semi-open. If he pushes the pawn, we could take and try to open it up, but why would we open up where our king is castled? But then we'll have a rook on this file, which seems okay. So let's try this out. I just thought maybe sacking a knight here works, because when we threaten the queen and the queen moves away, we have this fork. Or, well, I guess the queen can move there, and then it kind of ruins everything. But the king is open. There's some way to take advantage of this position. I just don't see it. Okay, he's attacking our bishop, but he stopped defending this. So we could push now. He could take. We could take. It would be nice if we could fork somehow here, but we can't. I want to move the bishop back and then attack the knight. But then this knight becomes weak, and that means it's hard to protect this. Or we could push now. If takes, we take. So push, takes, threatens to take here. So push, takes, and now we're winning. I think I want to push here. Now, what if the knight comes here? Then we could take. If the knight comes here, we take. If the knight comes here, we can take. So let's do that. Although there's a lot of targets here, potentially. Pawn moves always confusing. Yeah, maybe opening up his bishop isn't the best. So here we take, and let's see what he does. Okay, I think this is terrible. Now we have this fork. If he comes here and takes, attacking us, we can take his queen. Or take his bishop, attacking his queen. No, but this comes with a check. We can take here and still have the fork, actually. So take, yeah, we could take here and still have the fork with our pawn. What am I saying? This fork isn't that powerful. He could just take. If we had a rook on the file here, it would be nicer. So let's take. He'll probably take with the bishop. We could take here. He takes. We take. He takes. Rook comes here, attacking the bishop. This could be okay. We also have some threats here. I just feel like we missed something. What if the knight comes here, putting more pressure here? Then he could take, and the knight's kind of stupid. Stupidly bouncing around. He could have a bishop and queen kind of combo here, so I think I'd rather take like this first. I think I missed something vital though. If he takes, yeah, if he took with the pawn, it would be nice. Okay, so if we take here, he takes, we take, he takes, bring the rook here. I like that set of moves. Let's do it. I don't see anything else. I mean, the knight can come here, but then this could be okay. Knight coming here, he takes, we take, forking actually, so let's do that. I like this move better. The only problem is he has the bishop pair. He could also have done this, which looks like an annoying move, but oh, that's a very bad move for us. I just realized. That's a very bad move because we're going to lose one of these. So probably need to bring this rook here. And then if he takes, we take, attacking the queen. So let's see. This here, if this, then we have this. Or even this. If this first, this can be met with taking, taking. Here, bishop gets back. I don't want to trade queens though. Yeah, let's bring the rook to the center here. Okay. Here, take, take, take. Maybe queen here. I don't really want to move the queen away also though. Maybe it's time to take or pawn forward. We don't have much time left, so I'm just gonna take. Go here. This move makes sense. I want to bring the knight here. If he attacks, knight back. We'll put pressure here. So bring the rook here, so let's do that. I wanted to come here to put pressure here. If he comes here, no, let's go here. There might be something better, I just don't see it right now. I only have a minute 48, I don't want to blunder. Maybe knight here, knight here. Go here. I think the knight has to like reorient itself somewhere better. Maybe here attacking the bishop would be good. It looks so stupid, but if he goes back, we could trap him. What if rook comes here targeting... Oh, nope. Here, let's go back. Here, so many targets, but we can't really target any of them. Maybe I should have brought the rook here. I think this is a good move for him. Oh, I messed up. I blundered this. He could just give it up, yeah. Man. I'm really sad I blundered that. I could even take that pawn. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I could go for a draw. I doubt it, though. Can't screw up with two queens, right? Well, I was bound to lose. I've been winning a lot lately, so... We're back. We're at 1763 now. Let's review this game, see what happened there. Apparently, I played with 78.1% accuracy against 85.7. I played like a 1750. Our opponent played like a 2150. We had 0 blunders. That's good. 3 misses, 5 mistakes, 7 inaccuracies. Probably some pawn moves would be my guess. But let's go over this game. All of this, okay, even this pawn move was fine. Here, the computer wanted me to go g4 and just have a kingside attack right away. I guess that makes sense because he's playing very passively. I don't know this version of the Sicilian where you just push the pawns. Not much. So here it makes sense to go queen e2 instead, I guess. Let's see what happens. Finally go queen e2. I thought that was a good decision. I was running out of time. Here we castle. Computer likes me trying to break through this. If he pushes forward, computer likes queenside castling, which looked dangerous just because of this pressure that could come in. But computer says what pressure you can take. And you have these 2 center pawns, which look pretty magnificent. And the king has nowhere to relax here. If he does something like this, you could take, obviously. If he tries to prep something here, you could take this, and a lot of the stuff that's in the way is kind of gone, right? A lot of the issues in this position are kind of escape. And so this is a very clear winning game. But, you know, that's if my opponent blunders a couple of times. Let's see what happens here. So we're going to kind of review the castle here. I should have queenside castled. He had more pressure on the king's side, but I didn't realize I was in a winning position. 0.7. You know, what makes this a winning position? Let's say a queenside castle and he queenside castles. Or let's say, I don't know. What's a logical move here to do? Attacking the center would look like something someone would do. I would get my knight to safety, or actually here is even better. The nice outpost attacking the bishop. If the bishop goes down, then we have this, and this looks very neat. Actually, that looks very, very neat because something like this, and just a very nice position to be in. A lot of stuff going on. This is how you take advantage of that position, and we would have that rook, right? We create an active rook by queenside castling. We create a lot of the dangers here. So these are moves I should have seen. Instead, I kingside castled, he developed the knight, and I pushed the e-pawn correctly. Now, my thinking was he has one less protector of this central square, and I was completely right. I took back. Computer preferred me taking like this, or taking like this. Wait, what did it prefer? It says C takes B3. Oh, taking like this. Because my knight still has pressure on the center over here. That makes a lot of sense to me. And then here, let's say he brings his knight to safety. I could take after taking. Now the point is I could take on e6. He could take, and now this is how you get rid of the protection. Oops. This is how you get rid of the protection of the pieces. This is brilliant. This is just magnificent, right? This is actually a checkmate. So many chances. Very interesting to see. You know, this is my biggest issue in chess. Taking advantage, getting a win when I have advantage in the position. And I had an advantage here. I had a very beautiful, it was an even game, but I should have understood what was going on here. But that by taking here, my knight here still remains pretty strong. If he castles to try to bring the queen here, then I have knight takes, which is a move I considered earlier. And the reason why this works is I could just pin the queen to the king. So crazy stuff here. Crazy stuff. Taking here, I think, was a big idea that I genuinely, really should have seen. Something that I just really should have seen. Here, if he brings the knight back or something, I just, you know, it looks fine for him. But here is where I can take and come in with this. So I might have had a miss, you know, having to do something like that. Here he castled. And here is where I said I don't have enough time to think. Damn it, I wanted to go queen h5. And I thought after this, what would I do? But it still seems like a good position. And it was. I didn't realize I should just keep attacking here. Now, let's say I do attack like this, and he takes. If he takes, then I have bishop f4, and I'm threatening some really dangerous stuff. If he tries to do this to stop it, I have this. I probably can just take here. And I don't even know what can you do here. You know, I'm coming in with the checkmate pretty soon, maybe. Computer likes queen g5. Yeah, rook e3, and this is a nicer way because then the king can't run away this way. So, nice way to checkmate. So another miss where I didn't see the idea. I thought protecting my knight was good here in case he pushes this pawn. And I don't need to spend the queen protecting this. And again, I was running low on time. Computer liked queen d3 here. I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe the purpose was... I don't know. I have no idea. Now it says knight f5. Knight f5? What? That looks horrible. But I guess after taking, I would win this rook. So, okay. There's some cool ideas here, I suppose. And if he did something like this, I could do this. If he takes here, I could take. Because after take, I take this. And this is hanging. So a lot of very interesting kind of ideas. But of course, I didn't see any of it. I was still playing okay. This was an even game. But you could see when the time started going down, I'm starting to get low. And here he actually made a big mistake. So I'm going to take a second to try to... Ooh, is it just the rook coming here? No, because then I lose the knight. Oh, computer liked knight a1, actually. Which is what I end up doing. But there's a difference here. Because here, knight a1 forces him to... Oh my god, I could take here and I win the rook. Wow. And if he comes here, I probably have this, which is what I thought I could maybe trap him. But I saw it a move too late with a minute and a half on the clock. Imagine I spent an extra second thinking there. Just an extra second thinking over here. Right? I did this move in 2 seconds, and I knew it was a bad move because he could just push the pawn forward. And then it took me some time to see the knight a1. Imagine I played knight a1. This would trap him. He probably would see it. He would probably play bishop here. He might have seen also. He probably would have played the bishop all the way back. And then this is just completely losing. And this is a beautiful, beautiful position that I think I could have won with a minute and a half. But, you know, I guess things could have been worse. Computer likes this. I saw this. I just didn't know what to do after that. I saw this, but then I thought, now what? And now I'm seeing what I could have done. There's a lot of tricks here, potentially. So I still thought this might be a drawn game. I felt pretty good about the position. Here, computer likes knight e3. I suppose coming in like this gives more options. What's the idea here? Here. Wow. Okay, and I could even win this pawn, so that's pretty sweet. But instead, I'm running low on time. I'm not gonna get crazy. I'm trying to take one lesson from every day, and so we're gonna try to figure out what that one lesson is today. I think what I should have done at a certain point here, I should have just pushed this pawn. I think that was my best move for a while, and I thought it in the back of my mind, but for some reason I played the king here like an idiot, trying to make it more active. I just panicked. And here this is a potential draw, right? It's a potential draw. I don't think it's so simple to get. And here I would win something like this, and this is just a winning position. This I think I would be able to win, potentially. I don't, yeah, this looks pretty nice, pretty sweet. Here he can't do anything. I'm gonna take this. This is how I would have played it, and then I would just bring the king over to go for this checkmate. So this was really bad. This was just super bad. I don't know what. 50 moves in, my brain kind of farted, and it's okay. These things happen. I think the important thing is I was low on time and I panicked. And really, there were two opportunities earlier to do something good. So if we look back here, the king was very weak. Queenside castling puts more pressure, indirect pressure in the center by having a rook. I was worried about some pressure in this case, but my pieces, my moves are much more active. They're much quicker to make, and I could very quickly put pressure on his position. Here, computer likes taking with the pawn instead, actually. If he ever pushes, I mean, this is, well, he loses the queen. So if he pushes like this, I have a way to bring my knight in, and this is just a lost position. This is just a completely lost position. The easiest way is to see what I just did. This probably, like, I could just play this pretty easily without thinking much, because this is an easy position to play. And then the second mistake, I think, was the knight move. Here, I should have taken the pawn, recognizing that my knight. I was thinking about permanent weaknesses. I should have thought about, I'm putting a lot of pressure. I got to act quick. When you have the winning advantage, act quick. Look for temporary advantages over permanent advantages. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. That kind of makes sense in my head now. The temporary advantage is that my knight is in the center. The permanent weakness is this doubled pawns. But it shouldn't hurt me if I can make use of all of these advantages here. For example, if he brings the knight back like this, I can take. What is his best move? Computer says to take. I can take here. Queen goes to the side. Queen goes to e3. Rook goes to d8. Then we have b4. Then we have rook g8. Then we have knight d takes over here, which is a very weird looking move because of this. But it works because of this check, which then leads to taking. And there's a lot of pressure here. I don't know. This just looks bad for black because his king is open. But I really can't figure out much more than that. For example, if he like did this, which looks really stupid. Takes. What? Takes. I have a lot of pressure on this. You see, I didn't realize that because of the rook here. So that was, that was some mistakes. And then running low on time, that mistake. I'm not going to beat myself up for it, but it would have been so cool. So cool if I saw this move. What a beautiful move. I actually didn't see this. What would I have done? Computer likes rook e1. Then what? What's the purpose of rook e1? Oh, you trap him. You still trap him. Something like takes. And wow, that's just a beautiful position. So very cool. If you guys enjoyed... Wow, this is very crazy. He can't take because of this. So, well, if you guys enjoyed today's video, say it's okay, because it's okay. Sometimes you gotta lose games to learn, and I think we learned a lot, or at least I learned a lot from this game, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.